usually, I wouldn't even say R. I would say NC-17, but I'll keep it PG-13 for now.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Cool. Rad. What's up, dude? Cool.
Not much, man. Chilling. What were you saying? though? I missed that last part.
Oh no, it's I'll keep it PG-13 on the show. I promise.
No, you're good, man. No, you're good, man. You're good. Just want to get to know you a little bit. This
Yeah, for
paranormal
sure,
space
dude.
is crazy.
It is, man.
It's interesting.
It is. Yesterday we actually just filmed this week's episode, and
Oh
a
yeah,
lot
how'd that
of
go?
crazy. It went good. It's a crazy shift, huge shift in the community for sure with the whole Matt
What
Rife,
kind of shift?
the Matt Rife purchase.
Yeah.
So it's I'm an old head, dude. I'm on status pretty much. So
Yeah.
I guess all of that serves all of it has a purpose. Everybody has their own opinions and stuff like that. Uh, I think it's good because it's good in a sense that it's gonna bring it to a broader audience as far as the paranormal goes.
It's gonna make it mainstream for sure.
Oh yeah, that's without a doubt. Agreed,
Yeah.
100%.
It's going Disney all the way right now.
Oh, dude, I don't know. That's the part that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. But before
So
we get to, let me stop you right there
yeah,
real quick. Before we get too deep into it, I just want to
go for it.
introduce you. You're Sergio
Yeah,
from Paranormal Dudes, right?
that is right, dude. From
Yeah, tell us a little
Paranormal
bit
Dudes.
about yourself.
Yeah, sure, man. So my journey within the paranormal started at a very young age. Um, everybody has their own trajectory as far as their life experiences with the paranormal.
Right.
And when you know, all my cousins always called me the paranormal guy because I always experienced stuff uh, in a lot of times in my life. Some more serious than others. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would experience ghosts and spirits alike throughout my childhood, but I think the more prominent part that really got me entrenched, I would say, within the paranormal would be when, and I didn't know I wasn't experienced with any of this. I opened the door, unfortunately, for an entity, um, physically, and the entity was there for a specific person, um, not for me, but and I messed up wholeheartedly. I wish I could fix that, but I can't. Um, and how it happened is the entity was knocking throughout the entire house. At first, we thought it was people pranking us, but in reality, that wasn't the case. We willingly opened the door, um, and it was there for a purpose. It was going there for a specific person, and we opened the door. There was one final knock on top of the door, which had a window, and that same night, my very good friend at the time, actually my best friend at the time, he got dragged through the hallway, and
Mm-hmm.
he was in a cold sweat. He was like mumbling shit, and oh, that's another thing. I cuss a lot. Is that okay?
Yeah, you're good. You're good, man. You're
All
good.
right, all right, fine, cool. So yeah, dude, it was a weird experience. We didn't know what was going on. We thought he ate something or he blacked out or something like that because we were drinking as well during the time. And it turns out he was shaking on the ground. We couldn't find him, and we woke his ass up. And like if nothing, he was just like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" Super weird. And we're like, "Dude, you were mumbling shit." And you were in a cold sweat and you just woke up normal. So after that, nothing really happened, but whatever residual energy was left from this entity stayed in the house because a lot of things still happened in that house. But what ended up happening is this same entity was haunting him in his dreams, and he would, and I'm being blunt here, he would wake up in the middle of the night and piss everywhere, piss on his mom, the hallway, and anybody that was visiting or whatever. And then he started getting dreams about this entity telling him to unalive his parents.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was rough. I'll never
What kind of
forget
entity
this.
do you think it was?
I don't know, man. At the time, honestly, we wanted to believe that it was demonic, but there's no way for us to know because we didn't try contacting it, or we
Yeah.
didn't use a Ouija board or anything like that because we were honestly, that was the beginning of my journey, I should say, within the paranormal. So I wasn't well versed in how we could
How old were
figure it
you
out.
again?
Oh, dude, I was 18, 19. So, and I'm
Oh
I'm
wow,
30.
so
Yeah,
you're later in life. I thought you were
yeah.
gonna say you're like 8 or 9.
No, I mean, it goes back to the whole thing where I experienced a bunch of stuff, but I didn't like really. It didn't grasp me or really pull me in to the paranormal until I was a lot older. I still experienced a lot of stuff, and I was very much a believer growing up. But that event itself pulled me into the paranormal, and then I became a true believer where I got really into horror flicks and studying a little more into it and broadening my horizons. And also my best friend who's on the show, who's on Paranormal Dudes. I've known her
Which
since
one?
third grade. Jessie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've known her my whole life, and as far as I can remember, she's a witch, and she kind of guided me through a lot of those events. Um, because I'm more on me myself. I'm more on the paranormal side as far as ghosts and stuff like that. I don't really practice anything, or I just like experiencing it and studying it, obviously. But that's I love you too, whoever that was in the background.
Oh, that wasn't me. Oh, that was probably the neighbors then. Yeah, if you heard something, that
Probably,
was probably
yeah,
this.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I see here, Roxy, yes. I never really recovered from it. It still is a part of me and it's etched in my heart, in my brain. And as I'm saying that, whatever entity is in my house just threw something at me right now on my back.
Wow.
Yes. Which my friend says it's a little boy. Literally right now. I don't know what it was. Yeah, crazy. Anyway, uh, so yeah, man, that was the trajectory of it, and what really led to the podcast was that we wanted to. First, it was dudes just hanging out, and I really wanted to have something prominent within the community, and I didn't know what it was at the time, and I just really did a lot of soul searching, made sure that this is what I wanted to do, and I got. I mean, if you go back at our older episodes, there was different people there. It really didn't work out. So the people you
Yeah, I
see
saw
now,
that. There
yeah,
was like a change at some
huge
point, and I
shift.
was like, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
For a myriad of reasons, like we needed. I felt like the show needed people that were entrenched in the paranormal and wore it on their sleeves, like as an emotion, opposed to you know four of me because I'm a jokey guy. I joke at everybody's catching fucking strays for me. And I guess it's a coping mechanism for me because of the things I have experienced. It's I feel like it keeps me sane at the same time because of the things I have experienced. I feel like I would probably go down a deep hole. I'm not saying that hasn't happened. Yes, I've like everyone else in this world, I've gone down a dark and deep hole, and but I'm here. I'm here joking with everybody and
I think
having
you
a good
actually
time.
mentioned that too on one of your episodes. You said kind of people use like jokes and stuff like that as a coping mechanism when, like, I think you said the example, like when people are in a movie theater and
Yeah,
they get scared and then they start
yeah,
laughing at it because,
yes,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's true. It does happen. And what's crazy about me, dude, is that I've gone ghost hunting before. Like most of us in the community that love um, contacting the other side, and I'm not jokey when I'm there. I'm taking it very serious, very respectful of whatever entities in the area. And I, if I'm not in that element, if I'm in the pod, it's completely different. And I'm very jokey. But if I'm on site somewhere and we're doing some shit, I don't know if you visited the Zach Bagans Museum yet. I haven't gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I've been there once, but it was like a while ago.
okay.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I
if I
live
if
like less than 10 minutes from there.
no shit, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm right down the road from it.
Okay, okay, cool. Um, but yeah, dude, I'm just a giant fucking nerd, and it's it's like a weird dynamic. I'm nuts, like everybody. You have to be nuts to live in this world, so I'm
Yeah.
definitely nuts. But I feel like that's long story short. I know I rambled on a little bit, but that's how I got to the present point, and now I'm talking to you.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool. And I always look for like people's origin stories and whatnot. But yeah, I find the paranormal space, I don't think it's like any other community out there because
It's not. It's
the
very
people
unique.
in it, it's super unique. Like the people in it are mediums and witches and psychics and spooky people in general. And it's like these people have the ability to do crazy things like
I
on
agree.
command and when they practice it and when they study it. And I just find it so crazy, honestly.
It is crazy, man, and I feel like as a society, we're barely scraping the very tip of the iceberg when it comes to the paranormal. Some
Yeah.
people may think they've got it all figured out, but I believe that that's not the case.
Yeah, we're
Um,
just starting, man.
yeah, I agree, and I think we're not fully going. We may not. Maybe we'll get halfway after all of us are dead. Honestly, for sure, that's what I feel like, and um, it's a crazy trajectory, man. When I started talking to you and like looking at your content, it was just experiencing a lot of it, and because I have wild background. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There's just like you said, everybody has different walks of life and opinions about the paranormal. And like I've said in probably the last couple episodes where I've expressed this, that it's I don't think anybody's experience within the community is wrong. I feel like everybody is has their own experience and spirituality, and everybody's right because they're coming at it from a different angle, and there's different
Yeah.
ports where you can come into the community, and it's beautiful.
And it's unique to everybody. Like you said, it's everybody's
Yeah.
going to have their own walk of life and how they do things and
Yep.
how they express that in different ways, you know? Like everybody in this community is different. I haven't met two people that are the same, you know? So,
Yeah. Yeah. I, it's the same, dude. I've never met a dude like you. Uh, I haven't met someone as fucking insane as I am with the jokes and I mean, there's a lot of things that go behind with what we do on our pod and what we're just trying to shed a little more light on it because I don't know the overall message we want to convey that doesn't always have to be so serious and monotone as far as like the majority of the community is because I don't know if you saw like this last episode of the episode before where I said it ghosts and entities, demons, they all want to have a good time too. They want to fucking laugh.
yeah,
They don't want to do the boring things that they're constantly doing all the time, and we're
I
trying to
get
give them
that.
a platform for that.
But I
So,
also understand the other side of that argument where people would
mhm,
say, like, why they take it seriously because it is like death. Like, if you're talking about spirit,
yeah,
it's like you're talking about somebody that died. So I understand
Yep.
why people take it seriously for sure. But
Agreed. Agreed. And it
that's why I
goes
tell you,
hand in. Yeah, it goes hand in
was
hand with
that?
what I said. It goes hand in hand with what I said that there's different walks of life and they all have different opinions. So and no one's
Yeah.
wrong. That's what I
But I'm
feel
glad
like.
I'm getting to talk to you now because I can see that you do have respect for it. But, it's just
Yeah,
like one of
for
those
sure.
things. I wish you would show that in your episodes more because I think you're going to get a lot of shit for it.
And you know what's funny is that I love.
The way that you explained it just now, I've watched, like I told you, I've watched like 15 of your episodes. I don't think I've seen you explain it like that.
Well, you
And
know
I
what
don't
it
know
is.
why.
I'll tell you what it is. It's because we tailor each episode to that topic, and we really don't like break the fourth wall of communicating how we personally feel. But I will say this: we
But you
do.
should, because that shows that you're genuine about it. And I
Yeah,
like that little
exactly,
genuineness that
exactly.
you just showed me just now. I don't think you showed that in any of your episodes. That's why I was coming at you kind of like not crazy, but just like I'm like, this dude doesn't take it seriously. Like, what the hell? But now
Here's the
I'm
thing.
glad.
Here's the
That's why I
thing.
wanted to talk to you.
No, yeah, for sure. And the thing is, I don't take life that serious. Yeah, that's the problem. That's my problem, internal problem. And along with growing and learning as a person, I also have to grow and learn within the spiritual community, or people that have passed, because I have experienced that where um, I've come across people in my past that are no longer living, um, who were affected by certain brujeria. I know someone very close to me that was uh, involved with all of that, and evidently that person is no longer with us anymore, and he lives on my forearm. So yeah, of course, there's seriousness to it, which is we kind of honestly we peel that layer of the onion of the paranormal dooms onion, or I should say a peek behind the curtain. In this episode we're releasing this week, we kind of get into more of a personal feeling of how we feel about the paranormal community because of all the Matt Rife stuff, and him buying the Warren Occult Museum. And you kind of see I'm a little more vulnerable in that episode, and the episode releasing this week, and you're gonna get to see that. I think you'll enjoy it, opposed to me just being a fucking maniac and a nerd. So it's coming. You'll see.
Like taking a piss out of it and making light
Yeah,
of because it can get super dark super quick.
yeah, of course.
But I just think people see that genuine like love for the paranormal, like you just talked about a minute ago. Like, yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. And ultimately, uh, you're gonna see how much of my heart, or how much this really means to me, because I do get emotional and kind of emotionally tied to what I'm talking about in the episode, because I had strong feelings, and then we're kind of discussing about um, the other side of the coin, and the new age younger generation within the paranormal community, and that the majority of them love it, which I'm not saying it's wrong. They have every right to feel that way. But you'll see in the episode how I kind of go through the emotions, and I'm wearing everything on my sleeve. It's interesting.
yeah. Which I think everything has a place. Like if you people that are like super proud of it and that are gonna like wear
Yep.
it on their sleeve, like hell yeah, because we are in a different time, especially like this year alone. I think a lot more people are having that spiritual awakening. I think a lot
Right.
more people are being open to the paranormal. You know what I
Which is
mean? I
good.
think, and it is good. I think we're in a totally different time than 10 years ago, than 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, by far. I agree. And I guess that's why that topic was so important to me, because everybody knows, if you're in the community, you know that how important the Warrens were, uh, to the community. Still are. I don't want to say were, they still are. And uh, it's a shift, but I guess we'll wait and see. I don't want to pass like an ultimate judgment until anything happens. But
Oh, it's gonna be interesting regardless. Like
it
what
is,
they're talking about doing to that place is they're talking about making it like an Airbnb and making it
ah, bro.
like
Mm,
they're gonna like Disney. It's gonna be like Disneyland for the paranormal. Honestly, it's gonna be crazy. So I mean,
yeah.
we're just
How do
all
you,
we
and
can
how
do
do
is
you
wait
feel
and
about that?
see.
How do you
How
feel
do I
about that?
feel about it? I think the spotlight that it's gonna give, like it's like you ever watch when people go on like Joe Rogan's podcast,
Hmm.
they get like a million followers, and then they can really like it like skyrockets shit, whatever
Yeah.
the topic is.
Hmm.
I think this is like similar. This is like they're going on Joe Rogan. They're going to like the Holy Grail because how big
Definitely.
Annabelle's been in the news and everything. So yeah, it's gonna get
I,
crazy real quick.
it is going to get crazy, but I do feel like it's obviously it's going to propel it into the mainstream for sure. But do you think, I don't know, do you think it's going to be more positive or negative for the community?
It depends because my view on the community, on the paranormal community as a whole,
Hmm.
I appreciate when people take it seriously because of the mission. My what I see the mission of the paranormal community being is like we want progress. We don't want to go back in time because for like the
Right.
last couple hundred years, spooky people and paranormal and people and psychics and mediums and clairvoyance and all that and made fun of and all these things, right?
Right.
So like I think that's kind of like the mission, right, of the
Hmm.
paranormal community is to like go forward, not back.
Yeah, definitely.
And right now, like as it is, I can't even tell if this is going to take us forward or take us back. I know it's going
I
to put,
can't either. I'm right there with you, dude. I have no idea.
yeah, I know it's going to put like a big spotlight on it and everything, but I just hope it's a good thing. I hope it gets more people into it. I hope it gets because we're already doing this worldwide spiritual awakening. I just hope it's a
Hmm.
good thing, and I hope people don't just like because it's not anything in this paranormal space is not surface level, and I just don't hope. I
Right.
hope the masses don't take it as that. I hope they don't see it and think like if you ever watch the news, anything the news talks about, it's all surface level. It's just like
Yep.
just to put something out there, just to make content, pretty much.
Hmm.
They're like the real content creators, if anything. Fuck. But
Yes, it's
I
true.
think I just hate when people look at things so like surface level. Like I like to look at
Hmm.
things deep, and that's what the
Right.
paranormal community is to me. It's like it's deep. There's so many different branches that can go in. It gets crazy real quick. But it's what I've seen in it. It. I'm so passionate about it because I know that it's all real.
Oh yeah, yeah. I agree, dude. It's multifaceted as far as there's so many layers and levels of the community itself, and that's what's
Yeah,
fascinating about it. Hi, Ruby. I see you in there. What's up? How's it
Ruby
going?
girl.
Yeah, it's just, oh man. You know what? Before I jumped on here, one I didn't write a lot of notes, and this is just how my kooky brain works. Is I was just gonna hold everything in until I had a conversation with you. But I would love to know myself how you got into the paranormal. Because correct me if I'm wrong. I remember you mentioning that more recently you were a skeptic until you got it. I would love to know a little more about that. Yep.
And like our favorite YouTubers, right?
Nice.
And we got to know them really well, and we're all friends and everything now, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I joined that group thinking it was just going to be like people hanging out. So I joined that group not having any expectations.
Okay.
But then that was kind of when I realized the different people that are in a paranormal community. I'm like, oh, it's not just ghost hunters. It's not just people that I thought it was. I probably thought it was just the paranormal investigators and then their fans. But then I'm like, oh, their fans have clairvoyance.
Mm,
Everywhere I look around, everyone's got clairvoyance. Like spooky shit is happening in the group chat.
yeah.
Like weird things are happening. And then it started happening with me. And then I'm like, okay, so witches are real because they can do this shit like on command.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts are real because they show themselves to you, and spirit is always around us, and that it just continuously proves itself to us. But then I realized the difference between spirit, deities, demons, and like poltergeists or whatever.
Right.
But then it's just that's how I got into it. It was just me having having a like a wake up moment, like, damn, this shit's
Mm-hmm.
actually real. And I didn't realize to have like find myself in that position. But I did, and
Mm-hmm.
it was really interesting how that all that played out and everything. And then I made the podcast because it kind of similar to you. I wanted to get in the space, but I know I wasn't gonna be out there investigating places and whatnot.
Right. Right. Right.
But yeah, so I'm like, how do I get in this space and just do it just because it's like a love for it, but then
Mm-hmm.
you just to see where it goes, just like side quests, like I told you.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Makes
it's been
total
super
sense.
fun. Like I tell people all the time, I'm the weird one in our group. Like in our cult, I'm the one that hasn't had not until recently, I haven't had any paranormal experiences.
Really? Can you open
Yeah,
that up a little bit? I would love to hear it.
so literally just like a week ago, maybe I have in my bedroom, I have like the lights that like click, gotta like
Mm-hmm.
pull them down or whatever.
Yeah.
I turn off the light, I get in the bed, I put on a podcast. I'm like, I'm about to go to bed. And then I'm all comfortable. And then all of a sudden I hear a click. And then I hear like the little string rattling or whatever.
Right.
And then I'm like, the light turns back on. So I got to get back out of bed and turn the light back off. But I'm like,
Wow. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay,
to
that's
look
good.
at
That's crazy.
everything, yeah, everything through like a skeptic's kind of
Of
lens, like
course.
try to weed out any kind of possibility. Especially when it comes to me and like my house. I'm like, oh, hell no. so
Yeah.
So yeah, up until recently, and those are really the only two times that I've had an experience like that.
Mhm.
But up until then, yeah, my whole life I haven't had a paranormal experience like at all. And I don't know why. But I think like timing is everything
It is.
because certain things happen to make me make the podcast. Certain things happen to make me build the occult to where it is now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just I think when you have that spiritual awakening, it makes you like it sets you on this course to like never stop learning it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super interesting. Like there's so much to learn. It's never ending.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it goes back to what we said that we're barely scratching the surface, dude. I 100%
Dude, for real.
agree with you. And that's wild that you say that up until recently that you experienced something because I feel like I'm experiencing shit all the time ever since I was a kid. I remember
Really.
it's gonna sound insane. Okay, I was maybe 7-ish. I say ish because it's ballpark, and
Right.
I was at my grandma's house. I grew up in a very rural part of California, the desert, to be exact. And so we're there, and it's a hotbed. We mentioned it in our podcast a couple of times. We even have an episode about it. And
Calexico. Is that Calexico?
yes, yes, Calexico. Oh my dude.
I always wondered. I always hear you guys mention it. I'm like, what the fuck is
Yes, dude.
Calexico?
Exactly. And we get that all the time because we all grew up together, like all three of us, aside from Oscar. He's
Oh my
I met
god.
him later in my life. And they're very anecdotal stories, but anybody that grew up in that small little town knows how fucking insane it is to live there when it comes to the paranormal because it's so vibrant and has so much electricity going through it. And every house I've ever lived in that town, something happened.
Is
And
that literally the name of it? Calexico? Is that the town?
Calexico. So if you figure,
Wow.
okay, it's a border town to Mexico, and that's
I
remember I
was gonna
told
say
you
it
that.
sounds like Cali, Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And the other side of the border, it's Mexicali. which is insane as well.
Yeah.
And
I
we
thought it was one of
experienced.
those names like, you know how Paradise here in Vegas is like Little Mexico or Little
Yes,
Cuba?
yes, yep,
I thought it
yep.
was like one of those.
Oh. And yeah, definitely Ruby. I've heard crazy things about Alamo City as well. I've heard that it is ripe with paranormal. Yeah, dude. So it's that I want that story I mentioned of my friend getting dragged down the hallway. That one, yeah, it scarred me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm this macho man because I'm not.
Mhm.
And it and this is me being this is crazy. Because I don't because we're gonna go live on our channel at some point, be a little more vulnerable and kind of break the fourth wall from the show. And
Yeah.
this is me being
I think
vulnerable
it's fun.
on
This is
your
only my
channel.
second live. Yeah, this is
Oh,
crazy,
okay.
right? You're
Hey,
being
it
hella
is.
vulnerable right now. And like I said,
Yeah,
I
I
watched
am, man.
pretty much all your videos and you've never showed this side. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why? I promise you'll get like 10,000 subs if you
I'm
just do that.
sure. You know what's crazy is that we experienced like some crazy um, jumps and subs in the past like 3 or 4 months from so if you really look at the cat like our playlist of all of our episodes, all of that is like my kooky brain just being translated onto a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because these are things that just rattle around in my brain and we just go at it. Obviously, I want to have more vulnerable conversations like this. I appreciate you for having me on, and I can be this way with it's like a therapy session almost,
Yeah.
just with a touch of spookiness behind it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, uh, back to what really engraved into my soul when it comes to being a believer throughout my entire life. It definitely was that incident. There was even time when I moved from Calexico and I moved to LA, it didn't stop. It wasn't like, the spookiness just stayed in Calexico and I left it. Um, where I used to live, I don't want to say where I live because I hope the people that are living there aren't experiencing what we experienced there. I think
Right.
it's because at an early age, I opened myself spiritually and uh, within everything paranormal, and the entities know that, so they're like, what, let's go hang out with this guy for a little bit. And what happened at that LA house is another story that's actually on our YouTube channel that scared the shit out of me because I've never experienced something like that. Me and my brother, who used to be on the show, he's no longer on there. Um, we called it the Yoo-Hoo entity. Probably the scariest shit. It would scare any tough guy that thinks they're tough. That's how scary it was. Um, and whenever I'm going through all all things paranormal, I always wear these things on my sleeve whenever we're doing anything passionate with on the YouTube channel. And a quick story of it. I love storytelling. A lot of us do on the channel, and oh man, it's like I'm reliving this. It's super weird because I usually talk to people about this story, but talking to you right now, I feel like I'm reliving it. And
Hmm.
so me and my brother just get back from an event we went to, and I'm gonna go upstairs and edit videos because I've always been that way. I'm always editing videos, different things, different projects, graphics, what have you. And I'm doing that upstairs, and my brother says I'm gonna go downstairs and change. I'll be right back. I've never heard him scream like this in my life. And he goes, Sergio! And he comes running up the stairs. He's at the landing and he's pale, grayish pale. I've never seen him like that. And he goes, something's down there. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, I was standing there and my dog at the time, she was looking past him, behind him. And he felt something come over his shoulder and whisper in his ear, Yoo-hoo. And he bolted. So me being a nerd, of course I have samurai swords. I'm a nerd. So I went down with a samurai sword. Like, what the hell is that gonna do to to an entity? So we go downstairs. Obviously, we don't see anything, and we don't think anything of it. We go back upstairs. As I'm continuing to edit, we hear yoo-hoo downstairs. We had the back door open for the dog,
Oh, so
and
it's literally a yoo-hoo moment.
yes, yes,
Wow.
exactly, exactly. And I all both of us turned around and I was like, "You fucking heard that, right, dude?" And he's like, "Yes, that's exactly what I heard." So it sounds like it's outside. At first, I'm like, maybe it's a neighbor fucking with us or something. I don't know. I go to the edge of the stairs and I hear it again, but this time, this house is it's a freestanding house. So what that means is the foundation. You could hear everything. You go take a piss, you could hear it. You're
Right.
doing the dirty deed. Everyone is going to hear it.
Yeah.
Um, everybody in the comments, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Uh, so, uh, with that being said, it sounds like it walks inside the fucking house, dude. And I feel chills going from my toes all the way to my head. And totally freaked out. Again, we hear it. Yoo-hoo. My dog is in the hallway, just she's kneeling down with her hair standing up and growling. Scared for my fucking life, okay? I didn't know if it was a serial killer or I've seen way too many horror flicks to be like, okay, let me sit here and digest this and figure this out. Fuck that.
Yeah.
We went in my room, I closed the door, and we start hearing this fucking thing climb the stairs. It's climbing the stairs, dude. Heavy footsteps, not light. They're heavy footsteps. Boom, boom. And all the while it's coming up the stairs, we hear, yoo-hoo. Hell no, dude. Even me saying it right now to you, like, I'm getting crazy goosebumps. I'm surprised I haven't cut my shirt with my nipples or so hard. And, uh, so I'm, dude, and then finally it gets up to the second floor and we have the light on in the hallway. We close the door. We hear it walking towards us, and we could see a shadow at the bottom of the door. And we're freaked out, dude. And there was one last bang, but it was at the door. We had no idea what to do. I didn't know what to do. I had the samurai sword. Who knows what the fuck that would have done?
Yeah.
Um, but like it was like a miracle moment. Then at that very second, my parents arrived. They open the garage, and then it fucking disappears. No noise, no yoo-hoo. And I'll never forget that, man. I'll probably say the same damn story I'm telling you right now when I'm in my deathbed and my grandkids or something are coming towards me. Tell us a
Yeah.
story before you die, Grandpa. And that'll be the story. So what
That's
I'm trying to
wild.
paint, yes, dude. And so this is what I'm trying to paint this picture of where it led to today, and
Mona Lisa
why I'm,
that shit, man. Go for it.
yeah, dude, exactly. So it's a beautiful picture and a scary one at that. I wouldn't change anything about it. And the crazier part about that house, we would like to believe that there was a vortex in that area. There was a portal or some shit because in that house we never experienced the same thing over and over again. Like it wasn't a haunting. Like there wasn't a specific ghost that would chill there and just open doors. Now that happened a lot. My brother, while he was little, he actually filmed that bathroom door open and close by itself. You could see the doorknob move and noises, and it's that house is just insane. Now here, living in this where I'm at now in Vegas, um, the only thing I've experienced is the little boy that my best friend tells me that's here, and uh, he'll
So
peek
you're
out
not
at
from
me.
Vegas.
No, I'm a country boy from Calexico. That's where I really
Yeah.
am from.
Is it
Um,
really that country out there? That's what you guys always make it seem like. It's super out there in the desert and just country. It's like Boulder City
bro,
down there
bro,
or
right
Pahrump.
at no. This is how no. This is how country it is. Just right outside the main street of the town, there's just fields, agricultural fields, and then I'm not even kidding, haystacks everywhere. That's how country it
Wow.
is. And
Oh shit.
there's cattle farms everywhere, and yeah, it's a I don't know, man. And that was this kind of a discussion we have too, like the differences of the paranormal within a metropolitan area compared to where we grew up in a rural town, and and I feel like we had that. I guess you could say it's an argument because it feels like sometimes maybe the paranormal is more concentrated, the spirits are more concentrated in metropolitan areas, but I like to believe in a big, wide open desert. Entities they just roam free, and they're unbothered, and I think that's a
Yeah.
perfect area for, say, a demon. You know, they just want to chill out there. They don't want to be bothered, and they're kicking it. And maybe if they want to go fuck with somebody, they'll just go to a town like Calexico and be like, you know what? Let's mess with this kid for a little bit, and then we'll go back to the desert. So
Yeah.
I mean, I did you lived in Vegas your whole life?
No, I'm from Florida. I moved here like
Oh, okay.
2008, 2009. Yeah. My dad works at the Hoover Dam, so that's why we moved here.
Oh, okay. That's pretty rad.
But I did like middle school, high school, finished my college here, UNLV, so pretty much from here.
Okay.
Been here like 15 years, so
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah.
I see. I see.
And Vegas is small. Vegas is small. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that I get,
Yeah.
and that's like the moving from LA over here. That was probably the allure of it. Is that it still has like that small city vibe, but it's also got the country feel to it as well. Because
Hmm.
it's not that big. Um,
Yeah.
and the one thing I love about Vegas is it's teeming with uh, the paranormal. I
Yeah.
love that.
A lot of spots out here too, like the Westgate.
Hmm.
There's a couple of them out here.
Oh, okay. I have to branch out and experience them a little more. We have had plans in the past where we want to venture out and uh, do a little ghost hunting or just experience different spots. My
Yeah.
brother's more into that side of the paranormal, not so much me. I don't know if you've seen older episodes where he's a part of it, and there's something in his room that my best friend said,
That guy.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and he my best friend pretty much outlined it for him that it's something in there with a tail and like a washed out face, and it likes both sides of the closet open, and it don't mess with his internet. There was a stretch of time where we would film our episodes, and we call it the paranormal dude's ghost, and for a while it was haunting my brother Ethan, messing with his internet connection, and just like full out electrical charges will go out in the house he's living in right now, and he would just have to stop filming. Now that he's not there, now this ghost is messing with all of us, but right now it's attached to um, I want to say it's Oscar on her show. It's haunting him,
Do you think
messing
it's
with
an
his.
egregore?
It's possible. You know what? I never put that together. That's a good one.
An
It's
egregore would be
possible.
something that you're thinking is there, but you're putting energy into it and you're kind of
Yeah.
feeding it with your energy and talking about it in these things. And I
Hmm.
actually just made one myself just for this podcast, but I made
Oh,
one
okay.
specifically. It's like a non-human spirit just to grow as the podcast grows and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just I don't know how they get made. I know how I made it. I made it with like magic,
Hmm.
but I don't know how people unintentionally make them. but
Right.
that's how you're describing it. That kind of seems like what it might be, because you
Yeah,
guys
for
are always
sure.
kind of putting energy into it. And
Yeah, dude. And I think it's because so three of the four, because I don't think I'm clairvoyant. Um, not as nearly as close as the other three on the show. They
I believe
they're
everybody's got it. Even you, I definitely do.
yeah
Even the biggest
I-
skeptic in the world, I think everybody's
yeah,
got some kind of clairvoyance.
of course, because then I wouldn't experience anything. But what I'm saying, the level of clairvoyance, like they're more in tune with it and they have a little more control over it. And I'm not. And so they, for instance, my best friend Jessie, she's she's at the height of her clairvoyancy, with her, she gets drained at the end of each episode that we film.
Yeah,
It could contribute to the topic that we're talking about, but at the same time, it could also be the paranormal dude's ghost. I think we've discussed it at length, off air, where we think that with our energy that we're putting together when we're having these discussions, along with all the electronics that are involved while
yeah.
filming, and we think that we might have created something that's haunting our
That's an
podcast.
egregore. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an egregore. You guys created it with your energy, and I've seen that. That's part of the reason what made me such a believer was
Hmm.
people that was with GCP at the beginning, and now it's with Purgatory Club. You see
Rock.
that when a collective group of people,
Yep.
yeah, we love Roxy.
Yeah.
When a
Roxy.
collective group of people, when a collective group of people like get together and their energy is pointed towards a certain thing, it's
Yep.
crazy. I've even
No.
seen
Yeah.
it. Like if you ever
Hmm.
watch like a paranormal YouTuber do a live investigation,
Hmm.
and there's 500 people watching it, and 100 of those people are witches or mediums or psychics, and they're all like pointing intent towards this one thing, they
Hmm.
can influence that video, and it's crazy. I've done it.
No. Yeah. You're right. And you know what, Ruby? I'm glad you mentioned that, because for a while we thought it was a topus, and I don't know. I think we should do a little more research, the four of us, to figure out what it is that's haunting our podcast, because it's wild to think that uh, an entity's haunting a podcast. I'm sure that happens often because of the energy that people bring into it. Now you have to be more receptive to it. I think if you're closed off and you're like, "Oh, this shit's fake," that
But it's like I said, it's like I just said, or I should say, I just literally created one just for this podcast, and it'll just because I plan on doing this forever, like until I'm
nice.
old and gray. So it's like,
Are you
might as
saying
well
old
create
like me,
something.
dude? I take offense to that. I'm
No,
just
no,
kidding.
I'm 27, so I'm not
I'm
that far
thir-
behind you.
I'm 39, dude. So
Yeah.
there's that. I may not act like I'm 39, but I'm 39.
But yeah, I made one just so it'll grow with the podcast, and so it'll just be like a lifelong thing that'll just grow with me. It's like my own personal ghost, but it's definitely there, and it's crazy because you see your ghost, and it's definitely there, and it'll show itself to you
Yep.
in more ways than one. But I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's because ghosts are going to do things to act out to get attention because
Of
that's what they
course.
need. They want you to acknowledge them. That's how they get their energy or whatever.
So you remember at the beginning I told you the little boy ghost
Yeah.
threw something at me?
Hmm. Yeah.
That's what got thrown at me. This is
That's
on the
crazy.
floor. You want to know what this belongs to?
What's
My
that?
headset. It's over here. I have no idea how that could happen, but but that goes hand in hand with the whole believing it, and try not
I
to
think that
sit.
has a big
Yeah.
part in it. You said it perfectly
Yes.
a second ago. Actually, it's how much you're open to it, and that I think certain people are more spiritually open to these things, and when they are, for sure, you're that's you unintentionally opening that door to having spirit contact you. I don't think spirit's bad at all. a lot of the witches in our group work with demons. I don't think a lot of the demons are bad at all. Like you said, a lot of them are, and there are a lot of bad demons at because it is like a trade off. They're going to give you supernatural powers, and I've seen it with Ruby.
Right.
Ruby, for instance, she can hold a lighter to her hand, and she's got a
That's
demon that
cool.
works through her that are not allow her to get burned. I
Nice.
would hold a lighter to my hand for 2 seconds and burn the shit out of myself because I
Yeah.
don't have entities. I don't work with deities. I don't work with demons and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But I've seen it. Like people in our group will, and they do, and they get. It's a trade off. They get a lot more power, and they get a lot more energy and things like that because I think
For sure.
deities and demons have a lot more energy to give than spirit would.
Hmm.
Like there's levels to it, and I think that's part of my clairvoyancy. I can kind of tell a difference
Right.
between like deities and spirit and demons like super easy because I can't see shit. I can't hear things. I can't. I wish I could because there's
You
people in our
just got to
group that
open
can,
that
and they,
door. You just got to open that door, Randy.
yeah. I'm sure I could. It's like a muscle, right? You can work on it and build it, but I just, the one that comes naturally to me, it's clear cognizance. Like I can know things without having an ability to know it.
Oh,
And
look,
it's
Roxy
crazy.
figured it. Roxy figured it out. So it is an egregore. It's not a tool plus. Thanks, Rocky. I'll take that back to my paranormal dudes and see how freaked out they get with that. No,
Yeah.
yeah. I wholeheartedly agree with you, dude. It's just like I said, there's different levels. Like we outlined earlier, there's different levels to the paranormal community, and everybody has their own walk of life and how involved they want to get into it, how far
The
they'll
walk that
go.
I go on specifically is I go on what calls to me. Like I don't do
Yeah,
tarot. I don't do, there's certain things with witchcraft that I don't do just because it hasn't called to me yet. I'm like, but
right.
certain things have, and when it has, it makes itself abundantly clear. Like, okay, you need to be on this path. So that's what I follow. And that's kind of, I
Nice.
practice like chaos magic. And so with other people's path, they just kind of, they follow what they're being called to. And it's, like you said, everybody's path is different.
Right. Oh, it's true. And I'm really, honestly, dude, I'm glad we were able to have this conversation because you kind of exposed the real, the under under the behind the curtain me. Um, and but it's
And I
just,
knew it was there too.
oh, of course, it's just I'm never, because to begin with, I'm a private guy.
And
Very
it is being a
much.
vulnerable, right?
Yeah, of course. Like
Yeah.
I don't want that. I mean, they know now. I mean, the vulnerable side of me, but um, yeah, man, it's very interesting, and like I going through a lot of your videos and seeing your shorts and seeing the different conversations you have with different people and just your overall thoughts and everything. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to have conversation with people that have different points of view or views when it comes to the paranormal, which is beautiful to me.
It
Um,
is.
because not everybody thinks the same, and
Yeah.
everybody's opinion or viewpoint of the paranormal are they're valid to me. Uh, you know, if it's just entertainment value, then I really don't pay that much attention. But if it's someone that actually has experienced stuff or is really interested in it, and they're willing to have a conversation about it, then I'm totally open to having a conversation because I am an introvert,
Me too.
uh, big time.
And that's why I wanted
And
to have a conversation with you because like you said, it's if I don't really feel interested in talking to people that have they want to do that entertainment value of things because that's I
mhm,
don't do that. You know, I don't do this for entertainment. It's
right,
just I want to get to the bottom of things. I want to find things out and I want to talk to
yep,
other like-minded people like yourself that are in the space and that have that genuine love for it because it's like you
yeah,
said,
dude,
it's a beautiful thing.
it is. It is a beautiful thing, and I'm really glad that the honestly the podcast is because I am an introvert. It's like an outlet where I
For you, it's like
can.
therapy.
Yes, it is. I you hit it on the nose, like hit it on the nose right now, dude. I have whenever we film together and we have discussions after, like, what plans we have and all that, or scheduling. I always tell everybody on the show that this is like therapeutic to be able to talk about this stuff, and um, without it really being a therapy session. I
I
feel
never
like it
saw
was a
myself
therapy
doing these
session.
things. Did you?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
being in front of a camera and like
dude.
getting on a mic and like you know what I mean? Like
No,
that's crazy to me. That's so
it
foreign to me. I'm like I hate the
right.
word influencer because I never saw myself being that. Like fuck no.
Oh, yeah, and I'm in the same camp as you as well, dude. Like when we started the YouTube channel, it was all over the place. It was like gaming and random shit and just conspiracy theories. But then I sat down and I like rebranded everything, and I was like, you know what? We love everything. Me and my brother, we love everything paranormal. Why the fuck are we not talking about it? What's going on here? So
Right.
we connected the dots, and lo and behold, I'm having this conversation with you. I would have never thought I would have a conversation with someone that I met on the internet on a podcast because of something that we created, and we were able to funnel ourselves towards you to have a conversation with you.
It's
Um,
crazy. 8 billion people in this fucking world and we're sitting here having a conversation about spooky shit.
yes,
Isn't that crazy?
it is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. Um,
But it's such a
but
cool
yeah,
thing to
man,
me. All the people
it
you get to
is.
meet, like there's so many different people that hit me up all the time to come on the podcast, like authors and investigators and from all over the world. It's like crazy. You ever look at
Yeah,
your demographics? A lot of
of
my people
course.
come from fucking Australia and the UK and like Sweden. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. And our demo, obviously, because ours is geared more towards like the Mexican community or Hispanic, or like a lot of our early subscribers, once we started, like we rebranded and kicked off the podcast, oh, they were coming from Mexico. And
Yeah.
obviously, all of us in the pod, we all speak Spanish,
Hmm.
but we wanted to give it an evergreen flow and be able to cater to everybody. We didn't want to exclude anybody from these conversations, so
Yeah.
we kept it in English. A lot of our Mexican audience, they stayed and they watch or listen on different platforms, but for the most part, a lot of them aren't really into it because there's other people in the space that are big names in the game, like podcast Paranormal. They're that guy's big in the space in the category, and he's doing amazing things down in Mexico. And shit, if you or I could have a conversation with him, I'd probably piss my pants or something.
I've seen that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a chill dude and cool dude. And it looks like he's
A lot of
experienced
the
a lot of stuff.
paranormal podcasts come out of India too. Like a lot of the big ones,
No
because India
shit.
is such a big continent, right? So
Yep.
they've just and they're in their culture and live like Hinduism and whatnot. A lot of them
Yep.
like demons is like regular shit to them. It's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean you're right. Actually, predominantly in the Middle East, I would say there's a lot of reports of jinns just fucking hanging out in various places.
Yeah. Hmm.
And I love seeing the videos, and they're not doctored because they're like raw ass videos, like filmed on an old ass phone in a fucking cave, and you know that it's raw. And those are
Hmm.
the videos I love because I don't need cinematic value to my spooky my spooky videos that I see on my algorithm.
But it's like
Um,
everywhere though. But I've until recently, Riri brought up a good point. I've never seen like Russian, like paranormal investigators out of Russia, but we watched one in our like game night one night. And
okay,
he's like, he gets crazy shit. This guy is evidence. But then I'm like thinking,
true, right? No, I agree. When you said game night, D&D. Oh,
like
oh,
Uno
okay,
or
okay.
things like that. Yeah.
I was about to say, man. All right.
Are you in D&D too, man? Everybody's in fucking
Dude,
D&D.
dude, I'm a fucking nerd. You need to
Oh
understand.
my god. Okay, you said D&D. You're certified nerd. I give you that one because I'm
Dude,
I'm a nerd, but I'm not that much of a nerd.
I'm a hella nerd, dude. Hella
Yeah,
nerd.
that's a pretty
Certified
big
nerd.
nerd.
Yeah.
That's cool. What kind of D&D do you play? Like Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm in like two different guilds. They're like long campaigns, but I haven't continued it for a while. Ever since we really got
Starburst, yeah.
serious with, yeah, we really got serious with the pod. I really haven't had a lot of time to do anything else. Out and like, I have a lot of crazy hobbies behind me. There's a drum set. Yeah, dude. We because we're all fucking old fucks and
Mm,
uh, we got kids and all that stuff. So we have to make time, and
yeah.
we are on a schedule. So I would love for it to be freeform. Like here's an episode. No, here's an episode like Oprah or something. But I can't. And I have a bunch of different hobbies you can see in the show, and pretty much
I
behind
probably
me I have
should
the.
be on a schedule. I haven't been on a schedule like
You
this entire
should,
time. I
dude.
ain't gonna lie.
You should, man. Make it a specific date and hype that shit up. Hype it up, and
Yeah.
then you'll get more people funneled into your show. Um,
Yeah.
and if you need any guidance or help with all of that, because that's like the realm I come from
Hmm.
professionally, uh, just hit me up, dude, and I'm down to help.
Yeah. And it's cool that you're in Vegas too. Like
Yeah,
I was thinking, I'm like, what other paranormal podcasts are in Vegas? And I'm like, okay, there's you, there's me, and there's other one into the fray. I know she's a pretty big one here. But other
right.
than that, I don't know of any,
And
which is weird.
there's pods out here, but they're not paranormal. They may
Yeah, they're
touch on the
like,
paranormal here and there, but whatever.
yeah. UFOs is there's a couple of those out here.
Yeah, yeah, definitely with UAPs and stuff like that for sure. There's
Yeah.
pods out here, but paranormal, that niche itself, not many.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Have you had any
we
UFO
we
experiences
love
out
our
here?
sporadic. Yeah, of course, dude. As much
Yeah.
okay. Look, man. As much as I'm open to the paranormal, I'm
Yeah.
open to UAPs, extraterrestrial, as well as conspiracy theories. Like that, nothing is off the table. Everything's on the
Yeah.
table. And of course, I've experienced uh, UAPs, UFOs, the whole kit and caboodle, dude. I even in Calexico when I was a kid, I was about I want to say 14 or 13. We saw. I want to believe we saw an extraterrestrial. There was something
Really?
on top. Yes, there was something on top. Okay, quick story. I'm big on the storytelling. That I don't know if you can tell. That's why I have a damn podcast.
No, you're
But
good. We love that over here, man.
definitely. So we're outside playing basketball. Keep in mind, Calexico is not. It's hotter than Vegas. Okay, and
Yeah.
it's super humid out there. It gets to about like 120, 125 on a regular
Yeah,
hot
it's
day.
ridiculous.
So we're outside playing, and at night. Thankfully, it was at night while this was happening, and out of nowhere, a spotlight shines on top of us. Now, keep in mind, we're right next to the border, so there's border patrol and all that stuff, and they have helicopters and shit like that.
Yeah.
So the spotlight shines on us, and this helicopter is just on top of my house. And then we quickly realize there's no fucking sound coming from this helicopter, and it hovers up. It actually moves upward, and then it backs up and backs up enough where it's out of view from my house. And behind my house, there's a canal and then like fields and miles of fields. So you would be able to see whatever was on top of my house. Some like Stranger Things, like Stand By Me bullshit. We went through the fence because there's a
Yeah.
chain link fence to get to the dirt road and all that stuff behind my house. We went back there. This thing's gone. Last time I checked, an old school helicopter like that is not that fast. They're fast, but not
Yeah.
that fast.
They're loud too.
Dude, yes, exactly. So right after that happened, it was nuts. We didn't know how to process any of it. So we're chilling in the street. And in view of the street and the chain link fence is a haystack off in the distance, a huge one. And it was a bright night. Moon was beautiful that night, full moon. And I see something in the distance on top of the fucking haystack. And I tell my friend, do you see that? We're like 13, 14 years old. Okay. And he goes, what is that? And it looked like something that was flailing its arms. It looked like a tall gray. As an adult processing it and really looking at it and thinking back, it did look like a tall gray. And it was like if it was signaling towards us where we were at. And then right after that, there was a strange, like, teal light in the sky that kind of just pulsated, and whatever was on top of the haystack had disappeared. So, long story short, yes, I've experienced extraterrestrial UAP stuff, dude.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, UFOs, and I actually think there's a link between the paranormal, UAP, like UFO type shit, and
Hmm.
consciousness. I think
Right.
consciousness is the key to it all, honestly, because the same way that a paranormal investigator would go into a house and conjure up spirits to be able to talk to them and whatnot is the
Hmm.
same way that people were able to contact NHI. And like again, this year alone, in the last, I don't know how much you follow like UAP and like that whole stuff, but like this
Yeah.
since January, so much shit has been coming out with that. Like all these whistleblowers are coming out, all these people that work at Area 51 are coming out. It's
Yep.
crazy.
It's a lot of information coming out.
It's so much shit, man. So
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it is a lot of shit. And it's funny you say that. On our schedule, it sounds like very corporate, but I mean that's how we have to do it. 'Cause life. Uh, on our schedule, we have a couple of UFO episodes that we're going to be releasing in the near future. But because it's October, we're going to try to stick with the spooky side, because pretty much after a certain period of time, I think you feel the same way. It's pretty much October the rest of the way until Halloween
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh yeah, 87 days. Yeah. Who's counting?
Exactly, dude. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to uh, the latest Conjuring movie. I wonder how that's going to shake out. It's going to
The
be a
trailer
crazy
actually
time.
really good compared to the other ones. I'm like, okay, this shit looks different. Okay, I can
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah,
you
it
know,
is. It is. I don't know if you have any backstory on it. Um, I'm not going to spoil it here on your show, dude. I'm not gonna. I know what it's going to be about, and we've actually covered a little bit of it. Um,
really.
yeah, what because it's actually one of their cases anyway, so it's available for everybody
Is
to
it the
see it.
Amityville case?
It's. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait for everybody to
Okay,
experience it.
I'll stay tuned and watch it. I remember when the first Conjuring actually came out. It came out and they had a screening here in Vegas at an abandoned church,
Hmm.
and this girl got like possessed, like actually because
Wow.
they had like yeah, like actually because they had like ambulances there, and they took her away. Like they something was wrong with her. Seizing
No
out, foaming out
way.
the mouth, the whole nine. Yeah, speaking in tongues.
Kind of like my friend that got dragged down the hallway. That's wild. Full
It's
circle.
crazy. Have you ever seen
Okay.
that? Like I grew up Catholic.
Hmm.
Have you ever been in church and seen like somebody like break down and start speaking in tongues? Like
Yeah, dude.
catching the Holy Ghost or whatever. Have you ever seen
Well,
that?
not that portion. I've seen foaming at the mouth um, in other instances where something was taking control of their body. I've seen that for sure.
That's crazy. I've seen it happen to like the random white lady that is dressed in like business attire and like you wouldn't think there's anything wrong with her. I've seen it happen to my mom. I've seen it happen to like people I know aren't crazy. And it's
Hmm.
like it's crazy to me. It's like my mom don't know Latin.
Hmm.
Here she is speaking fucking in church. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
dude,
crazy.
for sure.
And then the priest comes over and he's like doing the oil thing and like he's putting his hand on her head or whatever. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
No, it is, dude. And
So I have had those experiences growing up, but that was like always in church. And it did traumatize me growing. I ain't gonna lie, it traumatized the fuck out of me. I was like, damn.
I mean, it would. It should. Um, I mean, anybody
Hmm.
that has a beating heart, they should. Um,
Yeah,
I yeah, I don't know a lot of people that speak Latin, but the times that I've heard people speak
it's
it,
actually coming
they don't
back.
speak it.
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah.
Please
So
explain
since
yourself.
like 2013, I think there was like 500 people in the world that spoke it. I think now it's closer to
Okay.
5,000 people. So I think it's
No way.
making a
Okay.
comeback.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That's not
which is
bad.
weird, but I'm like, okay, that's cool. Because I speak Spanish, Portuguese, English,
Yeah.
but Latin would be dope.
I mean, yeah, it would be dope. I only speak Spanish and English,
Hmm.
and or I should say dumb in Sergio Dumb Tongue. That happens a lot. Um, no, yeah, for sure, dude. I've experienced stuff like that, and I don't know. It's every time something happens to you with an entity, um, whatever level of an entity it is, I always feel like it takes a part of me, and I think that happens to everybody. Um,
Yeah.
not necessarily I'm saying the entity's taking a part of you. It's going to put it in a jar. No, what I'm saying is a piece of you gets stuck with that incident, and it's going to be a part of who you are, and it's just you're going to grow. You're still relatively young, dude. You're going to experience more shit, and you're just going to
Yeah.
grow. You're going to grow.
Well, I just
You're going to
shaved
grow.
today, so I know I look like a fucking baby, but yeah.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, dude. I mean, it's an amazing place to be in, and I'm really glad I had the opportunity to be a part of your show,
Dude,
and
I'm glad you came on too. I have like a whole new respect for you. I ain't gonna lie. Like this is great.
oh yeah, for
I
sure.
swear I
And
thought you were gonna come on here and just be joking the whole time and just doing the opposite of what you did today. And I'm just like, I'm so thankful and glad that you came on here and were genuine and vulnerable.
yeah,
Like that takes a lot. I appreciate that.
well, okay, right. I will say this though: if you're so, I am no okay. I know for a fact I annoy the shit out of people, including the people that are part of paranormal dudes, because I do joke around too much and in inappropriate times, and that's just that's how I'm wired, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The closer you get to me, the more you experience that. Now imagine you have to spend every day with that.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
yes, and I never turn it off, but I knew out of respect for your show and your audience, your viewers, I was going to turn it down a little bit and kind of be a little more vulnerable and have it somewhat of a serious conversation. Of course, you heard some of the jokes I said, but I'm that's never going to go away, and that's why that's like my genuine self. Yes, I have the vulnerable side, but me joking around a lot, that's really who I am, and that's why it's like that on our channel.
That wasn't
And
even the part like that was like weird for me. The part that was weird for
mhm.
me, I wanted to really talk to you because I wanted to kind of gauge and judge, like, not judge, that's a bad word, but just like gauge like your
Yeah,
genuineness
dude,
for the paranormal,
for
right?
sure.
And you showed
Yeah.
that 1,000%. And I'm just like, so I'm like, thank God. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, dude, because anybody on the internet, you don't know who they are. You just don't.
Exactly.
It take it for face value. Like even yourself, dude. Because and this is me just being honest and like genuine with you.
Hmm.
Watching before having a real conversation with you, just viewing your content, I'm like, oh, this guy's just like dry and monotone. But now having this conversation with you, dude, you got multifaceted layers too, Randy. Right? Let it
Yeah.
let it out. Let it out on the pod,
Yeah.
man. I think people would humanize the fuck out of your channel, dude. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, you want to give paranormal a platform of seriousness and awareness, but you can also do that with some lightheartedness because this is a different experience for me. This is like being a fan but enjoying it at the same time. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I totally
Um,
get you. And I
and
think
that's why I appreciate it.
I do. I appreciate you too, man, because I think everybody can take a piece of that and incorporate that into how they do things because it's like it's important.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
for
Because I
sure.
record by
I
myself,
agree.
so it's me just talking to myself. So I totally get you. I totally get you. What you mean by that? Like absolutely.
Hey man,
I don't know how anybody watches my videos. I don't.
I get you. I get you. And this is someone just being honest with you, and that's the type of person I am. I'm never gonna give you bullshit with you. Um, and who's to say? Maybe in the future we could tag team some shit that give you that that outlet, because I'm seeing it
Yeah.
here on this conversation. I can see it a little bit, and it's
Hmm.
cool, dude. To answer your question, Roxy, not huge on astrology, but I'm a Taurus. If that's what you're asking, not a
Taurus. What
Capricorn,
month is
not a
that?
April, April.
April. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a whole side
not
of it that I'm still learning myself. Like I know
yeah, dude.
a
Yeah,
handful of
I'm,
them, but there's that gets so deep real so
yeah,
quick too.
it does, dude. I don't know. I know nothing about it. And the conversations I have with my best friend who's on the show, Jesse, she'll like give me readings or whatever, and I just joke around with her and like give her a hard time about it because I don't know anything about it, and it's a new space for me. So I'm right there with you, dude. Right there with you. I have no idea.
Yeah, but that's interesting.
Wow, wow, GT McFitty. Nice name, by the way. Taurus fits. Yes, I guess you're right. Super stubborn. Hella stubborn, for sure. Everybody always tells me that shit. I don't know what that means, but yes, I'm hella stubborn.
You know what's funny too? They're all witches.
No way. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
all of them.
That's cool, dude. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, man, I'm
I have
super
no
glad we
judgment
got
on it.
to talk today.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too, man. Thank you so much for having me on here, and being able to not to sound gross, but cross streams together. See, I have to joke around a little bit.
Hmm.
Cross streams together and
I
kind
just
of
caught that with the
bridge the
urinal
gap.
thing, like the sword
Yes, yeah,
fight. I just caught
yes, yeah.
that.
I had to, man. I had to. Now that you're a little more comfortable with me, I had to. I had to.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, thank you so much for having me on, and I would not be opposed to being on your show again. And I honestly, I would love it. It's chaotic, if you ever want to be on our show, it's chaotic. It gets a
I'm
little,
down.
yeah. So it was a wonderful time. I appreciate everybody watching, and I appreciate everything paranormal. Just pure fucking love, dude.
Yeah.
In any way or any portion of your life that you're in at any age, it's super super valuable. I really believe
It
that.
is. Because I look at it like a lifelong journey for sure. Like once you're in this, I don't think there's getting out of it. Like I don't see how that's even, you know what I mean? I don't see how
Yeah, I
people can
get you.
get into it and then go back to like normal boring life. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I totally get the
Because life was
normies. Is
so
that what you're
boring.
referring to?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
normies.
the normies. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it, dude. I totally get it, man. But yeah, man. I just want to say thanks, man, and I appreciate everybody here, honestly.
Of
And I,
course. You wanna plug.
yeah, dude. I mean, it's Paranormal Dudes on YouTube will probably be the first thing that comes up because I don't know, not a lot of people have that shit. Same concept with TikTok and Instagram. There you go. Thanks, Roxy. It means a lot. Um, and yeah, that's it, dude. Come and hang out. Our conversations on our episodes are just like four friends hanging out and discussing things. We don't take it too serious. I don't take it serious. Sometimes Buddy takes it a little more serious. So does Jessica. She's a witch.
Buddy has really
And
good points.
he does, dude. And you know what?
Yeah.
Buddy's a fucking. So Buddy has a crazy story, and I know I don't want to drag this out longer because
Oh,
I'm
you're
sure
good,
we're at
man.
time. I'm sure we're at
You're
time.
good. You're
But
good.
but Buddy's a fucking teddy bear, dude. He has like I honestly, I've never met someone more genuine than Buddy, and the things he's been through. The guy's huge. He's like 6'5", big old fucking teddy bear. He's always super loyal, always not loyal like people need to be loyal to me. Some like superiority complex. It's more of
What's up, bad guy? I'm
like,
glad you joined. My bad.
yeah, he's no, you're good, and he's just a genuine dude. And unfortunately, A couple years ago, a few years ago, he had an accident and he became half paralyzed, and he's in a wheelchair forever.
Oh no.
Yeah,
See, I
and
didn't even know that.
yeah, see that there's levels to it, dude,
There's
and
levels to this shit, man.
yeah, for real. And you know, we're barely starting on our journey. Yeah, the channel's been going on since 2023, but I feel like we really are digging our toes and really enjoying everything in 2025. And we're gonna be a little more vulnerable and show ourselves a little more. We have a lot of ideas. So yeah, man, if you guys want to
I
go
think
hang out
that's
with
gonna be the
us,
biggest takeaway, man. Like what you said, being a little bit more vulnerable. I'm telling you, people are gonna love that shit because I'm telling you, I've watched a lot of your videos and you haven't shown that part. And you've watched, I don't know how many of my videos you've watched, but I definitely should show this part of myself as well. Because,
see, we're on opposite sides of the spectrum.
yeah,
Us,
for
we're the
sure.
lighthearted, funnier side, and yours is like the more serious. Now, both
Yeah.
of us need to inject that a little bit to
Hmm.
our shows. And I know we're going to do that with this new episode coming in on Thursday. Buddy's actually in the comments. He said, "Where is Buddy from Paranormal Dudes?" Edward Monitor. Buddy's his nickname, but that's him. He's in the He's in the chat.
Oh, what's up, buddy? Yeah, you have really good
Um,
takes, buddy. Shout out to you. Shout out to all you guys, but buddy has, I always
we
listen to
appreciate it.
his takes like that guy has good takes.
He does, man. He's actually more he's the level headed guy. Aside from my best friend Jesse, he's super level headed and will come at it from a lens of I don't want to say on the fence, just of both camps and trying to understand everything. And I appreciate that because the show
Hmm.
needs that shit. Because you got me hosting and I'm fucking my brain scatterbrained. So, but
Hmm.
whatever. That's what makes it fun. But
It's even cool
yeah,
when Jesse brings her kids on and they have fucking clairvoyance. I'm like, what?
dude,
When they did that shit, I'm like, what the hell? This is
dude, did
crazy.
you the one about the auras? Did you see that shit?
Yeah, she's
Dude,
like, you have a pink aura. He has like
dude.
something. I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
And then right after that, we Googled it and it was like exactly our personalities. It was in fucking insane. It was just,
Like, how do you
I don't
explain
know.
that?
I don't know. Which part, the figuring it out or her? So, okay. Just so everybody knows in the chat, everybody watching, um, obviously Jesse's a witch and she's super clairvoyant and her daughter is cut from the same cloth. Um, but I think, and I've already told Jesse this, I think Jesse's going to be, her daughter is going to be a lot stronger than she is.
I mean, she's
Because,
learning it from like what age is he? Like 5, 6?
dude, I believe she's 6. Oh, Jesse's going to fucking kill me because I don't know how old she is. Let's say 6. Let's go with 6 for sure.
That's crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm learning this shit as a 27-year-old. She's gonna
Yeah,
be learning this shit from 6 till the rest of her life. Like,
her
it's
whole life,
fucking
dude.
crazy.
It is crazy. And just that whole experience. So she just told her mom, she told Jesse straight up, she goes, yeah, whenever I see people and my astigmatism, what the doctor says I have, I see like colors around them and that's who they are. And then just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, so what do you see on that guy? What do you see on this girl? And she's just like, oh, rainbow colors, and that guy's purple and that guy's black. Apparently black's not a good one, but I don't know anything about art. I don't know anything about artists. So uh but and then she did the three of us while we were filming, and I honestly, because we edited it, there was at least 5 minutes of us just fucking silent because we were astounded and just not comprehending what the fuck was going on at that very moment.
Wow.
And for someone to shut me up, that's a feat within
Yeah,
itself. And it came
that's
from a
crazy.
6-year-old. And it came from a
Yeah.
fucking 6-year-old.
And
Okay.
she just came in there, did it, and then dipped. And I'm
Yes.
like,
And
what
then
the
she's like,
fuck?
all right, well, I gotta go to sleep. I'll catch you guys later. It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was crazy. But see, I dragged on your show a little longer. That's what happens, dude. You gotta cut me off. You gotta
Oh,
tell me
you're
to shut
good,
the
man.
fuck
You're
up.
good. We love those conversations because that one specifically was crazy.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure, dude. And
Yeah.
obviously, I had conversations with the rest of the dudes about me being on the show, and
What did they say
and
about it?
prepare. Well, they were like, "Well, good luck," because we don't know, we didn't know each other, or what our paths
You thought I
are.
was
But
gonna be a dick? No, I'm kidding.
no, no, you know what? Look, man, I'm fucking 39. I've had my run-ins with pure dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, assholes. No, see, that doesn't work either. Just people that are bad
Yeah.
intentions.
But that's what
Okay,
I've noticed,
it's
right? People in
yeah,
the paranormal space, they're all super genuine. Like once you actually
yeah,
have this like conversation, and that's why I wanted to have this conversation. It's like
yeah, for sure.
it's easy. It's so easy to tell who's genuine and who's not. And everyone I've met in the paranormal space, super
No,
wholesome, super
yeah,
genuine.
for sure. I agree, dude. I agree with you 100%, Randy. Hey, what's funny? For a while, it was just the Purgatory Club, but then I saw your name somewhere. I was like, okay, remember that, dude, because you're gonna be on a pod with him very soon. Don't just roll up in there. All right, Purgatory Club guy, what's up? But yeah, it's I don't want to drag this on a little longer than it needs to be, but I'm glad I was able to hang out with everybody here. I appreciate everybody and the positivity and all of that, and I'm glad to bring it back to you guys. We're gonna have Randy on the show. Like I said, we just got to figure out that fucking schedule. We'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
we'll
We're
figure it
gonna
out.
make it happen. We're gonna make
You
it
guys
happen,
film in like the middle of the night too, right?
dude. Yes, we do, and we do that strategically because all of us are kind of. It's the end of the day. We're kind of winding down, and the way I see it is that when you have your guard down that late because you're starting to wind down, you're more vulnerable
Yeah.
to entities and the paranormal
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So I think it goes hand in hand with what we talked about earlier, the paranormal dude's ghost.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you would be open to. We usually film at 12 a.m. No, 11
Midnight.
11 p.m. 11
Yeah.
p.m.
That
Yeah,
works.
we usually film. Okay, I'll figure it
And
out
on
with the guys.
Sundays. So yeah, we'll
Yes,
figure
on
that shit out, man.
Sundays. Yeah, we'll figure that shit out. But yeah, dude. Once again, thank you so much for having me on, and look forward to seeing the rest of you in our comments, and we could just have a good old time together.
Yeah, it'll be good, man. I'm glad I'm at another podcaster here in Vegas that's chill. That's genuine, that's
Definitely.
wholesome. Nerdy as fuck like I am, because like this I was in the military from
Oh,
like
okay.
2017 to like 2022. And
Okay.
then I thought the military was small. The paranormal space is smaller than a fucking dot. So
It
it's
is.
like everybody's gonna know everybody. So it's cool. I'm glad we got to meet and talk, have these
Yeah, dude.
convos, and
Agreed.
for sure,
Agreed.
we'll definitely
Agreed,
do
man.
some collabs in the future.
You got it,
So
man. You got it. Well, I appreciate it, Randy, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Catch
you
you
too,
later, dude.
brother. Even though it's evening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, I have insomnia, so whatever. That's a whole nother topic. You have a good one, dude.
All right, bro. I'll catch you later.
Alrighty. Bye, everybody.
Adios, fam.